Probably say the funniest moment of this year was when Coach Caesar put on a Speedo and raced Johanna, and yeah, Johanna destroyed him.
I think Johanna dressing up in all pink, I thought that was a really funny moment.
So we were working Havana nights and it was really cold that night. I was there with like Nestor, Jacob, Ori, and like a bunch of other swimmers, and we were really cold that night. And we just look in front of us, and this is Coach Caesar, nice and warm, looking like the Lorax.
At the airport, when Coach Caesar started saying, "Where's Marrero?" and everyone, literally everyone, was looking at me.
Probably at Nationals when we had to wait for Caesar about 30 to 45 minutes at the Olive Garden, and everybody was so hungry. That was funny because Caesar just strolled in, and Johanna was just kind of like.
I mean, the funniest moment, like, it was recently, seeing, Coach Caesar get in the water, and doing an all-out 50 next to Nestor during practice.
At the end of the practice, we had to do a 4 a.m. on red pace, and I was literally almost like just struggling to finish it.
We were in Nationals, and I was driving in the van with Coach Caesar, and he just played this country song that I love, and we were both singing in the car, and he was like, "Oh, Guerrero, we're ready to have a duet or whatever."
Like sometimes he gets really mad, and like one time he threw the ball and it freaking hit me in the face. I was like, dude, like you need to relax.
I think it's when Joanna sings in Spanish. Oh, that's funny. I like it when Joanna speaks Spanish.
Just when we dap up, we start growling at each other, we start barking at each other, pure testosterone.
The weight rooms and Caesar would just break out into like poses and made me super uncomfortable, but definitely my favorite part
Was probably on the way to Nationals when we missed our first flight, and just the expression and like, what are we doing right now?
So there was this one time in weight room, Johanna ends up having a playlist and starts playing Fight Night, and she starts fighting with our Coach Caesar and starts just like, it was super funny.
Training through the mid-season and really going to, and like tapering at the end of the year and going to world national, like world champs. That was a big thing for me, and it was also a big thing for me to like actually like train during the break.
Just the fact that I left everything by home, and they're just like almost everyone here, that we just like left everything and came here in succeeding in some way.
My body physique and weight, so it's like, I don't know, coach told me that as long as I buy into the program and stuff like that, I was gonna be good. And that's exactly what I did. I focused.
Is the leadership role that I took on this year. This is, in all honesty, the first time that I've really been a captain and like really fulfilled the shoes of being a captain,
Overcoming like my mental states, found myself doubting myself a lot when it comes to the pool and stuff, and being stuck kind of at certain barriers. And my coaches really just helped me get over that, along with my teammates and my roommates. They always had my back and told me that I can do it, and I proved that to myself. So
I'm proud of opening up a little bit more than I did before. As a person who hasn't swam, and I think over like 7 years, dropping from my 50 free from those 30 seconds to finally a 29 was something that really impacted me.
Making the national team, even against all the stuff that occurred, that's still a true honor that I have, that I hold dear to my heart.
Being able to see myself with more love, being able to see myself as a person who puts the effort every day, who tries the best of herself.
Getting comfortable with people, being able to open up and just be myself.
I've grown a lot, and I learned how to be like a good person, and that's like the best like I get from a team. I got for a team.
Even though I didn't have the chance to go to nationals, I still had the opportunity to go to senior champs. I still had the chance to go best time at senior champs and drop decent amount of time from like each of my events. So I feel like that was a good part of my season.
It's stepping out of my comfort zone when it comes to intrapersonal relationships, and this team made me step out of my comfort zone many times when it comes to that.
I'm not very proud of my accomplishments this year because I wasn't able to compete, but I was able to train and watch the team grow throughout the whole year, and I'm very excited for next year.
Putting everything that you've put into practice and just going after it.
Kicking some ass.
Is seeing all your hard work pay off. off the hours in the pool and in the weight room.
Pretty weird, but the butterflies you get before a race, I think that just sparks me up and
Dying.
The adrenaline and the anxiety you get like before going in the water.
Preparing yourself right before you stand behind the block, you start to really think back into all the hard work you've put in.
The competition.
Just being able to like unleash all my like anger, all my like my passion, everything that I have inside, like just being able to unload it in the water.
Just getting to know your competitors. You'll be total enemies in the water, but outside of the water, you know, you're best buds.
Seeing my teammates cheer for me.
Bringing out the best of each other.
For me, like competing is fun. Like I think I have a good moment with the whole team. Like we were like sharing like the sport like that we love.
The adrenaline before the race. I'm feeling powerful, like when you know that you are going to be good because you feel good, that moment.
Coach Cesar, because when I just came here, I was like a little bit shy, a little bit lazy for training and all of that. But Coach Cesar, he teach me to not be lazy and work hard every single day.
Both Coach Cesar and Coach Johanna.
I would probably have to say Coach Johanna because she was always in my corner supporting me. Even like on my like worst day, she would always push me in the pool and always like be there for me at meets, cheering me on.
Definitely Coach Cesar. He put his trust in me to come in here and get work done.
I would say my roommate and teammate Ruben. He opened my eyes to a lot of different perspectives and different ways of looking at things and just really helped me out.
Izzy, Alicia, Ruben, Marta, Michaela, Maria definitely have impacted who I've become this year and have given me the friendship I wanted. Oh, and Caesar. Always.
The whole team, but mainly, you know, my best friends like Chris, and they know who they are, but yeah.
Probably Ruben. He'd always like be in my lane, and he would force me to go in front of him. I'm not like, you have to go in front of me. He's like, no, you got it. And I'm like, he's like, do I really got it? And he wouldn't move an inch until I went. And it was really nice having him there. He always just believed that I could do better.
Getting close to Luisa, like really close to Luisa, it's just shown me a lot of who I want to be and who I want to surround myself with. And then obviously Caesar, but especially in these past like 5 months where I've gone through like, you know, losing, you know, family members, you know, my accident. He's pushed me to keep moving forward instead of like spiraling back and going back on bad habits.
Coach Cesar. He helped me a lot with learning how to swim and making me feel good about myself.
I don't think one person impacted me the most. I think it was like a bunch of people. Brooks Blackard, Christian Perez, and Joaquin Olivos.
I would have to say Inigo because I have never seen anyone who works as hard as him, and he really deserves what he got.
For me, I think it would be Nestor. I've always raced him my whole life. You know, when I was little, like I always like raced him. Like he would always be in the same heat, and you know, he was like, even though like we didn't like know like who we were like super close to each other, but like when we got like to Stu, you know, we got like super close, and he started pushing me, motivating me more. So you know, I'm grateful for him, you know, for joining the team.
Everyone in their ways, like.
Well, I think it's Maria because like she showed me a different point of view on how to see things, and by me teaching her things, she teach me things.
I learned a lot of things. It's hard to be like, oh, it's one thing they taught me or anything like that, because like usually you just keep it here. Like you just keep it with you and you just like develop with it. But I guess that a lot of personal growth comes from like believing in yourself. But, like that's one thing that I kept with me.
Believe in yourself and always just give the best you have.
And to never give up.
Work hard, never give up.
How to stay calm and know that there's someone there for you in every situation.
Learn from your mistakes. Definitely that.
Be a man of your word and be the hardest worker in the room.
Life is gonna beat you down, and either you get up or let it beat the shit out of you.
mentality, having a good mentality is really important.
No matter what your goal is, you can always accomplish it as long as you put in hard work. Like I said, it's all hard work.
To have patience with everyone and to communicate.
How to be a more patient person, to be less reactive, and to really just like be in my head more.
You know, just one of the big things is just take ownership. It's something that I've never really thought of in my life.
How to be a man. Like, own up to your own mistakes and don't go looking for excuses.
To not overthink myself and not to underestimate myself.
How to be like a better human for everybody and for me.
To shut up and do your job. And like, don't brag, don't be cocky, just put your head down and do the work.
I don't think I can use one word to describe the team. There's just so many characters and diverse word options that I can use. So I'm probably just gonna have to go with determined, because the determination on the team is really good. You know, everyone's streamlined on what the goal is. They all want to work hard, and I love that.
Chaotic, but in a good way.
Maybe passion.
Interesting.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
I would say crazy actually.
Spontaneous.
Hardworking.
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 Strong. Very diverse.
I'd say diverse.
Dramatic.
I'd definitely say young.
Young.
Unique.
Persistent. Would definitely be determined.
Determined.
Well, I have to say family, don't I?
Charismatic.
Best memory with my teammates was definitely the girls' team dinner because it was a good bonding experience for all of us to get to know each other and all that.
That when all the girls were just meeting each other and we went out to eat dinner and it was pasta and it was a lot of fun. And then we took pictures.
When we'll make jokes about maybe going to Hooters. At the end, we went to Hooters last week, so it was pretty fun.
Experiencing conference for the first time.
The conference swim meet, because it was my last swim meet ever, and it was the most memorable. I got to swim the mile for the last time, and I got to do it with the people that I absolutely love the most.
It was especially the last day of finals, like in the afternoon before the session. I really liked the energy, and we were all taking pictures, and it was a good moment.
Yeah, I would say national. Like the whole meet was fire.
The mid-season meet at Georgia.
Definitely had a lot of memories. The jet skiing one, I think me and the boys and Maria and Julie, we went to go skiing on a jet ski. It was pretty fun.
Fall semester, we used to go to B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings, and those times, I think, yeah, they're unforgettable.
Definitely after Hell Week at the beach at Fort Lauderdale, and we were all just like super tired and like run down with our baggy shirts and everything, and then we just chilled afterwards. That was really like when we got to like get to know each other more.
Hell Week was like that first day at the beach was really fun. Like it was just a very like, I don't know how to say, conjoining experience. Like we were all just suffering together.
It's the same one. Like the inter squad meet, it was like the
day of the Navy team and white team. I love that day.
The first day where we all team bonded and we did the Murph.
I'd probably say our first travel meet, like to Tampa. Like it was a tough meet, we all struggled, we didn't really throw good times, but it was fun, like the travel up there and just being with the whole team.
The stars around, looks like they're falling down. They're incredible, that's my feeling.
Oh, I did this.
How do you say that? No? El día te acuerdas, you will call that. I will repeat all, don't worry.
I'm excited for this job opportunity to pursue my career.
Yeah.
No, Leah Thomas.
Leah Thomas is my family.
Thank you.
Fucking kill that shit.
What was the question? What was the question?
What?
Okay, what was the question again? Name the funniest moment you had with our coaches.
Name? Oh, my name's Liam Henry.
Yeah, you look good.
I look great, fantastic. Frames chilling.
Ow!
Dramatic. No, no way.
Keep asking me questions. I love this.
Wait, restart.
There's no restart.
There is no reason.
Joseph's calling.
Oh yeah, that man's hot.
Oh my god.
Joaquin's
Joaquin's gonna be like.
He looks like.
Wait, do I look at the camera? I don't want to look at the camera.
We're done. Okay.